Us off to a good start. Today, we are going to use the videotape machine for the first time since we purchased it 7 months ago to get a family portrait for the first 7 months of ownership of this machine. Today is September 22nd, 1979. It's the first day of the Jewish New Year, 5740, I believe. The family spent 2 hours.
Time out.
Under pause. All right. We spent 2 hours in the synagogue today with the 60% of the family there under a certain degree of protest. Only our more observant 40%, Larry and myself, seem to appreciate and enjoy the festivities. But tonight is going to be a special night as we are all home together, having been apart for much of the summer, and we will be enjoying one another's recollections of the summer and, in fact, all the events that have occurred since February 1979 when this new device was brought into the family and immediately underutilized. Okay, you can cut it. We on the air. All right, come now.
Proud of me.
Just hold it steady.
Now,
Now,
I can't see it.
are you on the air?
Move over, please.
Tell me when you're on the air, because I can't see a red light like I see when I'm usually on television.
Let's go. Come
we're on
on.
the air.
Okay, now we're back on the air, and it's time for us to begin this dialogue, trialogue, quadrilogue, and quintulogue.
Quiet.
Now, this is going to be a discussion of the
Larry,
events.
don't look at the feet.
This is going to be a discussion of the events that have occurred in this family since we obtained this
That's it. Nice and
machine.
steady.
Firstly, we went from a situation where we were all hams, where we were not hams, to a situation where we became glithering idiots as we all waved at the machine like this, you see. Now, stand back, Larry, while I start asking Andy some questions.
That doesn't look good when you put the hat in front of you. It doesn't.
Okay, Andy, put your hands down and let's start talking. The first event out of the ordinary for Andy at this time was, and for Josh, is our visit to the Hall of Fame in March of 1979. Andy?
March?
Yeah, I think it was March.
Basketball?
Yeah,
Oh,
and Josh might want to answer this question too, but
Hey, it's first of me.
what was your major impression, Andy, of the Basketball Hall of Fame?
I thought it was not nearly half as good as the Baseball Hall of Fame because it had boring stuff there. And the Baseball Hall of Fame had a lot of things, much more than a Basketball Hall of Fame. And basketball, I'm not really interested in basketball. I like to watch it sometimes, you know, I like to see the Celtics play the Sixers, but, you know, I'm not really interested in the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Larry, why do you, Andy,
Hi.
why are you wrapped up like
Okay.
that?
Well, Josh,
I like it.
now, Josh, could you tell us what your impression of the Basketball Hall of Fame was? We went on a rainy day,
Try
and
to don't copy me.
you and I and Andy spent several hours there. Tell us what you thought of it.
Well, I had mixed emotions about the whole thing. It was very nice in some ways and very boring in some ways.
Well, can you give me an example of what you found interesting that you didn't know before you went?
Not really anything. Except I have this new twin towel that I got the other day.
Well, I think when you were there, you really were impressed with the size of certain shoes.
Yeah,
that
I
were
was
said
impressed.
to be from
I saw
basketball
Will
players.
Chamberlain.
I mean, when you look at shoes like this.
I thought, and I thought Will.
Just show Josh and close.
I saw Will Chamberlain's hand once, and on basketball, on a basketball show with Dick Cavett, and it was huge, like, and
Was it?
it was very exciting.
All right.
Okay, come
Now
on,
wait,
talk
now the next question I want to ask is to your mother. I want to know what Mom thought of on the day we went to the Hall of Fame.
Where was I?
You were home doing the cooking as usual.
Well, I was thinking, why is it? Where is it with you? That
All
they
right.
can run around and I'm home cooking. That's what I was thinking.
All right. Well, I think we've exhausted that very
How
interesting
about a question
subject.
to Larry? Now I'll
Except that I don't.
come on, Jeff.
Okay,
Anyway, I
okay.
would think it was very boring. I've seen pictures of it and it doesn't look like a very interesting or modern museum.
All right. Well, I think the next subject that we would like to discuss amongst the five of us is a trip we took during the spring vacation to
Larry.
Washington, D.C.
You know,
And-
Larry should be on this.
And
Yeah,
I
what
think to
exactly-
start the discussion, we're going to ask Larry to make the discussion, and Andy will show the picture of Larry. So, Larry, why don't you begin the discussion by telling us something about the trip to Washington, D.C. As you experienced it.
White boys. Right now.
Tell us.
What?
Tell us what you thought of our trip to Washington, D.C. What was the one highlight that you found in this trip that you can tell us for posterity?
To Washington?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Andy,
liked.
Hold it still, please.
You're fooling around too much.
I liked
Hold it
the.
still, Andy. We can see.
Actually, my favorite thing was the hotel.
You mean the presidential apartment?
Yes. I really enjoyed them. No, actually, no. Seriously though. I don't know. I enjoyed the whole trip. I like the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum. We went there when I was in Scouts. We went there once about a year ago, and I really liked it.
Larry, which one do you
Oh, we went to the zoo then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed seeing certain animals, and we got a certain picture that Dad's gonna get enlarged.
Oh, I got it.
And you see this picture. It's gonna be so great because I'm pointing to Andy, and the background has something that's really descriptive.
And
Josh, sit down, please.
I didn't say it. Sit down.
All right.
That's
now,
my shirt.
All right. Now I've asked Larry
That is your
the
shirt?
highlight of the
I got
trip,
any more.
I brought.
and
Too small.
I now want to go and ask Josh what he thought of the trip to Washington.
Thank you, thank you.
What did you think of the trip to Washington? What was the highlight of the trip as far as you were concerned?
The bathroom. No, it was actually,
Did you like the Air and Space Museum?
yeah, the Space Museum
Did you like
was
the Art
very
Museum?
erratic.
Did you like playing? We were playing cards in the Pie Museum with Larry.
That was great.
Did you like playing baseball on the mall?
That was superb.
Did you like not having to go to the White House gardens and being allowed to play baseball while your mother and I went by ourselves?
That was pretty bad because Andy quit.
Did you like the Lincoln Memorial at night?
He's a great kid.
Did you like the trip to the Arlington National Cemetery to see the famous grave sites there
Josh, watch out for the
that
window.
you've heard about so often?
Watch out for the window.
Well, mm,
All right. Well, now let's ask Mom what her thoughts are at this time, 5 months after that trip. Please speak. No thoughts.
Well, I think it was very nice going down on the Dasher.
That's right. We took the trip during the second energy crisis in the last 5 years, in which there was a rather large perceived shortage of gasoline, and therefore instead of taking a large vehicle, we had to take our small vehicle and crowd the 5 of us into a small compact car. And instead of using suitcases, we used laundry bags as suitcases. The trip was fine and relatively uneventful, and now Mom is going to tell us what else she liked about it.
Well-
She liked the low costs of all the meals, I'm sure.
We
What else?
went to McDonald's almost every night,
Yeah,
and then you and I ate in the apartment. And
she loved the Safeway.
Yeah, it was great. And I liked the art museum, the pie art museum. And the weather was gorgeous.
And did you like the
I only liked the piece of pie.
The weather was wonderful.
And didn't you like the Pie Art Museum because you didn't have Josh and us to be with you at those particular moments?
Was I alone there?
I think you were. I had
No, I
Josh
was with Andy, and we were waiting for you for an
Right.
hour
Okay.
outside. That was
Could
not
be
my
the clock
favorite.
is
Okay. Well,
Andy's clock style.
all
This is very boring. I mean, you think that if we're taking a picture of the family, it would be
this is just wonderful.
Rupert Jones comes up to
Larry,
the
please
plate.
take over, and I want you. We want to take a picture now of Andy and get Andy's impressions. Josh, please take your seat again. All right.
That's Ma.
Andy, please tell us your impression of what you found most enjoyable and exhilarating about the trip to Washington, or maybe you didn't like it.
Yeah, I liked it. First of all, I like watching going back and getting the postcards that we got from Maryland.
How about, yeah, did you like Arlington and
Oh, I liked Washington a lot better than Arlington.
Arlington Cemetery?
Arlington Cemetery was pretty boring. The only interesting part about it was Kennedy's grave, the one with the
Didn't you like Lee's Mansion?
Did you like Lee's house?
Oh, I guess that was all right. The best part I liked about it was, it's hard to say.
The Air and Space Museum? The dinosaurs?
Yeah, the dinosaurs are good.
What did you show your mouth for?
Well, I think the.
Well, I think we've.
Wait a second, Dad. I didn't finish.
Well, if you have more to say,
Okay.
please say it.
I love those museums. I thought they were terrific, and especially I like the Science Museum. It's really great, and I wish we could go to it again.
You do?
The wrong way.
Well, Andy, another place that we went out of our way to take you to was the National Aquarium. Can you tell us what you thought of the National Aquarium?
Well, I didn't think it was good as the. I didn't think it was very good for an aquarium. I thought they'd have a lot more fish, like sharks and everything, like the kind that they have in San Diego.
Yeah, I see. Did you find the National Archives interesting? What major document did you see in the National Archives? Do you remember?
National Archives?
Right.
Well, what's that?
The National Archives building was the building we went to after we visited the aquarium, and we had to stand in line to see one of the most famous American documents of all. What was that document?
Oh yeah, the Declaration of Peace. No, Independence.
Claire.
Wrong. I think the document we saw was the Constitution. Yeah, we did see the Declaration of Independence. As well. All right. Next was our trip to, the next event of the year, 1979. That was the, we're continuing, that was the year that was. Andy, please sit down. The next event, are we still on camera, Larry?
Yes.
The next event was Larry becoming an Eagle Scout. That was a superb event culminating 5 years of effort, and
I got it.
it really was an event that will undoubtedly never take place again in this family due to the fact that his younger brothers did not follow.
I didn't handle it yet.
Scouts. So now we want to.
Yes, Daddy.
Dad, can I handle it now?
No, not yet. I'll tell you what. Sit down.
He's handled it twice. I've
Sit
handled it
down.
none.
Sit down.
Why can't
No.
you handle it?
Focus. now,
Okay.
Andrew. Now focus on Larry because Larry's going to tell us his feeling about the Boy Scouts now that he is an Eagle Scout.
Oh,
In
God.
fact,
thing I'd rather
do
with the troop
tell us a little-
32.
give us a minute or two about the Boy Scouts.
Minute or two?
Yeah.
God. One second.
Well, it all started in a
What's the
small
price?
hospital in San Francisco that they tore down.
After you were born.
Well, anyways,
Andy, just keep it on him. This is the last time you're.
Oh, okay.
I think that Boy Scouts is a great program.
I don't.
And even though Andy and Josh couldn't, Andy tried it at least, but Josh doesn't even try it. He doesn't like it.
Yes, the family is disappointed that Josh didn't even want to try to be in the Boy Scouts. Go ahead.
He's
Josh,
just-
I think that's Larry's shirt.
That is mine.
Go ahead.
Well, anyways,
I felt so big.
You put
I
it
think
right-
it's a really
yeah,
great
huh?
program, and I'm looking forward to
That's what I told
staying in it for a while longer. And I don't think that Andy's a very good cameraman. And I don't think if he stayed in Boy Scouts, I don't think he'd get the photography merit badge because
Alright,
I'm
come
not
on.
focused right.
Come on.
Can I do it now?
Like I
Wait
just.
a
I'll let you
second.
know.
He's done it
Okay, the
twice.
next.
See, braces off.
Stand
See?
back. The next great event in our family occurred in early July.
Don't
of
do
nine-
that.
Andrew! The next great event occurred in early July of 1979 when Larry left for Israel. A 6-week trip entitled Let's Go Israel, sponsored by the American Zionist Youth Organization and paid for by his old man. $1,239 plus a $75 fuel surcharge courtesy of the King of Saudi Arabia. 3 weeks working on the kibbutz.
This is so boring.
3 weeks working on the kibbutz, and which included plucking chickens and other jobs, which I'll let Larry tell us about first. Larry, tell us about just tell us the different jobs you had while you were at the kibbutz.
Different jobs?
Yeah, tell me the jobs.
Well, let's see. We had to herd chickens. No, we had to get chickens into a, I'll save that for last. We zip zippers. That's a zipper factory. Josh, we weeded cotton, and we weeded the garden, and
Aren't you keeping your hand right over the microphone,
picked-
Andy?
no.
Where?
Where's the
up there.
microphone? Oh, okay.
We picked pears and apples. Apples are their main crop at Kibbutz Yiron. And what we did also, the most fun, was we took 6-week-old chickens, and what we did was that we had to take them and herd them all into one area, and this big tractor picked them up to put it, and then they had to grab them 4 in a hand and put them into cages.
Okay. Well, after your 3 weeks at the kibbutz, you went touring, and tell us the places you visited.
Well, let's see. First we went to Tel Aviv, the El Al Institute, and after that we went way down south to Eilat for 2 days, and then we went for 5 days hiking in the Sinai. Then we went back to Eilat and we skin dived. It was really nice. If we go to the
dove.
skin dive.
Skin dove.
Skin dive.
Skin diving.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, we went snorkeling, and and what we did, if we go to the Virgin Islands, you'll see that it's really aqua. It's really nice. Anyways, we went back to Eilat. Then we went up to Jerusalem for a week and a half, and we had a lot of fun there.
Come on, Andy.
Okay. Now, Larry, take over the camera.
No!
You let me know.
Wait,
You've done it 3
come on,
times.
can I
I've
just
done
get
it
something?
once.
Look at me.
Now go to Dad. Come on. Over here,
Next.
Josh.
Here, Josh. Next, we're going to discuss the trip that the family without Larry took to Cooperstown, New York in July, the weekend after Larry left for Israel for his 6-week odyssey. And the first, we'll listen to Andy tell us about the highlights of his trip to Cooperstown. Andy, go ahead. Tell us.
Come on, point at me. Cooperstown was, come on. Josh, you're not doing it right. Cooperstown was a nice place. Baseball Hall of Fame is much better than a couple years ago when we went.
Why was it better? How was it
They
better?
really refined it. They put carpeting on the first floor. And they put carpeting on the first floor. And they really switched it around. They had a much nicer souvenir stand where Josh and I bought most of our caps and helmets. And we got some pretty good buys. And at Cooperstown, we also tried the batting cage. And Josh didn't seem to do too well, but I seemed to hit every one. I thought Cooperstown is a nice place, and I like to live there. You know, it's a pretty nice place. I'd like to have all my friends there.
Don't take the pennants.
And
Can you tell us of your impressions of the day we spent on the beach at Glimmerglass State Park?
oh, you mean that place in Cooperstown, near Cooperstown?
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice place. You know, I've been there before this year. And
That's not going on.
pardon me, Josh.
Okay.
And I've been there before. I thought it was a nice place. You know, last year, a couple years ago, there was a thunderstorm and it really ruined it. But this year is a lot nicer, and we got a lot of swimming in. Of course, when I want to go swimming at the end. And now the star of the show, Larry Rosenbaum.
Eat your heart out. Well. Hey, you American? Hey, you want to buy? You want to buy? Huh?
Get
Huh?
out! I want to put in your
Hey.
sunglasses. You almost poked my eye out.
Hey, you look like nice kid. You don't need eyes. You have nice eyes anyways. You don't need them. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I give you £5 for your eyes. 6, 4, 2. Okay. I'll take them for free. Oh, jeez. Is that better? Okay.
No, it's not better.
Well,
Get out.
I would just like to say that
Get
I'm
out.
very, very happy to be here. Okay?
Alright, sit down.
Sir, you look like a nice person. Would you like to buy some nose camel hair?
I'd just like to buy your nose.
How about some pocket lint? You want to buy some pocket lint?
No, only belly
Cheap.
button. Only belly button.
Well, I'm fresh out of that. It's in demand right now.
Alright.
You know.
Have a seat.
Have a seat?
Have a
Okay.
seat.
Thank
Sit
you.
down someplace.
See you later.
Okay.
He said have a seat.
Okay. Now,
Oh, never mind.
the next,
The currently American seat anyways.
Come on.
the next area that we want to cover is
Palestinian-Israeli relationships.
the next thing we want to cover
Oh,
is
Josh, whoa.
is the
I want to photograph you.
Odyssey to Camp Beckett this summer, and for that we're going to look to
Wow.
Josh.
Wow.
We're
Look
going to
to
look to Josh. There are
do
two
that.
aspects
Why
of
not?
this story.
Why?
What about only people, okay?
Wait, can I just do that for a couple
Don't put it on
seconds?
TV, Andy.
Why not?
Josh.
It might ruin.
To Josh.
Oh, nothing will happen.
Josh, tell us
Yeah?
On the people.
tell us about Camp Beckett and your 1979 experience. Were you homesick?
He's always homesick. He's a sick person.
Were you homesick?
Well, to tell you the truth, no.
Hey, Charlotte's over here.
Was the food good this year?
Terrible.
What did you like about Beckett this year?
A feet.
What didn't you like about Beckett this year?
A lot.
Can you name any examples of what you didn't like?
The
There
Israelis.
was swimming, there was crafts, there was art, there was my bunk mates. To tell you the truth, it was pretty good, and I had a fun time. And I also want to see if the Yankees won or the Red Sox won.
Well, I know that was your big disappointment in 1979, the typical collapse of the
Yeah,
Red
that's
Sox.
because Bob Watson, when they got Bob Watson, they
Got
should've
rid of
gotten
George
some
Scott,
good
their
pitchers
star.
along with them. They got rid of George Scott, but Dwight Evans was doing a great job.
Dwight
Carl
Evans
Fisk
doing a
was
great
playing.
job.
I see.
Carl Fisk is great.
Jimmy Rice was doing a good job. He was hitting home
Shut
runs.
up, cameraman.
Fred
He's
Lynn was
doing
really
it.
taking over the lead.
All right, Larry,
Lynn
take
was in,
over the camera because
Lynn was hitting a lot of-
No!
Lynn had
Go away,
39
you
homers
fork.
now.
All right, Andy, tell us what did you think of the food at Beckett this year?
Well, I thought it tasted like canaries. I thought it tasted like Arabian meatballs, you know?
Hey, careful! You're gonna
Before Dad's
knock
weekend,
that off. Stop it.
before Larry, look.
The
Before Dad's weekend, the food was half decent, but after
up on the table.
It was only 3/4 decent.
and during Dad's weekend, you know how the food was. It was magnificent. But the next 2 weeks they served
Leftovers.
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 They served leftovers, and I didn't really like it, you know? I don't think anybody liked it. Nobody liked it in my cabin, at least. And the food there wasn't exactly too good the second week. Well,
How was the weather this year?
the weather was, the first week or two, the weather was beautiful, and the second week was half and half.
I see. Were you homesick?
During the beginning, a little bit, right when you left me, as soon as the camp got rolling out, I shook it off.
I see. Would you want to go back to Beckett for one more year as a camper?
Yeah, probably 2 more years I could go, because I'm only 13 now. I can
Well,
go.
maybe you could go and we'll start working, paying for your stay there.
Previous mistakes.
The next event of the summer was a
Joshua.
trip by Mom and Dad during the time the boys were in Camp Beckett, and Larry was in Israel, to the West Coast, to Seattle and Vancouver.
Boring.
And now we want to ask your mother impressions of the Pacific Northwest. The first question I'd like to ask Mother is, how did it feel when it was announced in Chicago that you're going to be on a DC-10?
Well, I really don't remember that. I just remember the person I was sitting next to.
Tell us about the person you're sitting next to and his prophecy.
Yes, he was a born-again Christian. And
Hey,
he
stop
said
going
that
on.
if it was going to happen, that the plane was going to crash, it was going to happen.
And how'd that make you feel?
Well,
Secure.
Good.
I thought he thought I was crazy because I wasn't a Christian. And I thought he was, well, obviously he really was crazy. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But the funny thing is that he thought I was crazy.
Uh-oh.
But meanwhile, he wasn't worried about crashing, and I was.
So I suppose that really he wasn't crazy.
Well, he's crazy.
Then we got to Seattle, and what was the highlight or highlights of your stay in Seattle?
I think the highlight
Boy,
was
that's
the beautiful weather. We were very lucky because everyone says that you're going to hit rain and snow, and not snow, but drizzle.
There's no place to go.
No, there was a lot to do. It was nice.
Well, we had a nice time. Could tell us about the trip to Tillicum Island. Tell us about the salmon that you had there. How many portions of salmon did you have compared to some of the other
I think
tours?
I had 4 portions of salmon.
4 portions, and most others had 1 and maybe 2.
But I didn't have anything else but salmon. I had no dessert, no potato, no chicken.
I see. And can you tell us about the Neptune Buffet at the Edgewater Inn?
Oh, that was wonderful. We stayed at the Edgewater Inn, and it really was. You could fish from your room, and they had a buffet. They're the best things about traveling are the things that you just come upon. You know, you don't plan. They call that serendipity, right, Josh?
Right, Mom.
And then from Seattle, after the meeting I attended was completed, we went on to Canada, to Victoria, British Columbia, and then on to Vancouver. And the weather continued to be excellent during the trip, and we had a wonderful time and returned on the 17th of August to await the time to pick up the youngsters at Camp Beckett on the 18th, and Larry in Hartford, having returned from Israel on the 19th of August. Then a week of rest ensued when your father went back, when I went back to work, and you all recuperated from the various places we had all been to and from which we had recently returned. And then on the final week of the vacation, before you returned to school, we went to Cape Cod. And for final comments on the trip to Cape Cod, I asked Andy Rosenbaum to comment. Andy's going to comment. Andy, please comment on the trip to Cape Cod.
What do you want me to do?
Tell us about the trip to Cape Cod.
Dad, you shouldn't wake me from my sleep. Excuse me. Ow! Now, my trip to Cape Cod was a pretty nice one. I went to the beach every day. went to Provincetown once.
Ouch.
And,
I get the kill.
well, we seem to get out. Provincetown was a nice place. That's what I liked. Everybody roller skating around.
What?
And
Were you impressed by the number of paintings we saw there?
Didn't like
what?
Amazing.
Didn't impress very much.
Well, Josh should know. You should ask Josh. He's an expert on that question. You know.
Did you buy anything in that store, the marine shop that has all the interesting?
Oh yeah, I bought. Let's see. I bought some postcards. I also bought a.
Panda.
I bought a used Panda for $4.50.
Shut up. I bought a folding cup, and I also bought some patches. Not Boy Scout patches, thank God.
And Josh, what was the highlight of your trip to Cape Cod? Was there anything you liked about it?
Well,
Tell us.
turn it off, just for a minute. Turn it off, please. Just for a minute.
No.
Turn it off.
Josh.
You mouth the words and okay.
All right,
Well,
I think-
D. Rosenbaum signing off for
Cut it out!
CBS Radio.
You guys!
Yeah.
All right, both of you can get here.
This is Larry Rosenbaum
This is Andy Rosenbaum.
signing off.
And the late Duke Ellington are also featured on the All Stars Swing Festival, Tuesday at 9, right here on the stations of the Connecticut Public Television Network. You're watching WEDH Hartford, community-supported public television on...
You can't take something.
Now, today is November 22nd, Thanksgiving Day, 1979. What's happened since the taping that you just saw a few moments ago? Well,
Dad's head
Not
got
much.
crooked.
there have been two minor injuries to the old man.
Andy, cut it out.
The first occurred on October 8th during our next family trip to Camp Beckett as part of the Camp Beckett Fall Foliage Weekend, in which we all had a very nice time. As we all remember, it was in the 1978 Camp Beckett Fall Foliage Weekend where Dad, while playing touch football, suffered a severe sprain of the left ankle, which put me out of commission for about 2 months in terms of my ability to play paddleball, and for a shorter period than that, put me on crutches. Well, this year I played touch football again, and I was very careful to preserve the function of my lower extremities. So this year, rather than spraining an ankle, I damaged my ring finger, which held
Your diamond ring.
my beautiful black onyx diamond ring inherited from my father. I couldn't get the ring off while we were at Camp Beckett, and my finger swelled up considerably peripheral to the ring, which had to be sawed
Get
off
out of here.
when we returned to Springfield at the end of the vacation weekend. The next incident that occurred was just last night when I was picking up Larry's bike from Mel's bike repair service, and as I was moving the bike into the street to put it in the truck, I took a false step into the street and sprained my right ankle. And today I've been on crutches for the whole day. Now, that's the only excitement that I've had in the last 2 months, which is okay, I guess.
Now it's my turn.
Now, the purpose of today's taping will be to show certain incidents and certain performances on the part of family members who are anxious to perform for the camera. The first performance is going to be by Andy Rosenbaum, who tells me he has practiced in the ways and of one of Tom Lehrer's songs. What's the name of that song, Andy?
New Math.
The New Math.
Put me right
Here
side up,
is
please.
Andrew
Please put me right side up.
Rosenbaum singing The New Math. Turn around, turn around.
Turn around, stupid.
Turn it around.
Turn it around.
Go ahead.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, this is a famous Tom Lehrer song that was made in 1968, I presume, when Henry Kissinger was fired from Secretary of
What's that
Office.
bird in there, Larry?
Larry's here. Okay? You ready?
Go ahead.
You're
You
ready?
can't
Go.
take 3 from 2. 2 is less than 3, so you look in the 4th and the 10th place. Now that's really 4, 10, 3 group, and you change the 10 to that 1, then you take away.
Go ahead.
Shut up. Then take away 2, and that take away 3, that leaves 7. That was then the 4 on the 10th place, you got 3 because you added 1.
And you're just shaking the camera when you push
That
your
is to
foot.
say 8 from the 2, and you can't take 7 with 3, so you look in the 100th place. 1,
Maybe
3 is
cut it
10. What do I say? The
Come on,
addition
say
is
it.
commuted, right? 3 times 7 is 21, and plus 4 is 25. Well, it's 26 actually. I made this song up, you know, you see it. 20.
Not above.
Hey.
Cross after. Get the line. Oh my
We'll
God.
get to you in a little while. Go ahead, Andy.
You ready?
Finish the song.
There is helium and hydrogen and helium and celium and cellium and clearlium and osmium and erdium and iron and Adirondack and
Springfield and Hershey and.
You can't remember
alright.
the song, Andy?
No, I can't remember. Wait. I'm gonna turn it on. Okay. This is my magic trick. You see this comb right here? See a comb? See the comb, Dad?
We see the cone.
Now you don't.
Yes.
The comb? There it is. Now you don't see it. Because I'm hiding it. You can't see it. You see my foot? Alright, you ready? Now I want to tell you my test scores in English this year. I got a 98 on a grammar test. And I got a 93 on my test for Ray Bradbury. Larry, I think I'll take over the camera now.
All right, all right.
Keep the camera focused right. Then
I'll
you're
take
not gonna- Now finish, Andy.
Nice to be here today. Oh, gosh.
Okay, and I also got in all my homework, so I have presumably a 97 average
In what?
English so far.
So,
Wow, that's very good.
I'm getting just like you did.
I got a
And,
96 in
and
math.
are you pleased with the help that your mother's been giving you this year?
Well, not really.
No?
No,
In other words, you think you do just as well without it?
no, I think she should do the whole thing.
Oh, I see.
See, I'm getting, what was that? I'm getting sick of me doing all the work when Mom can do some of the work. You see, it's not even my work, it's Mom's work. I give it all to her. She should do it all. You see, I get pretty sick when I have to clean up all around and
Mark,
Mom just
what the
sits
hell are
there.
you doing?
sorry, I was trying to get you.
Larry, you don't try
Is
and
the
get me.
machine off or on?
So,
And I mean, being with Larry and Josh is being with 2 problems.
Okay, well, I think
They
we-
really
I think
disturb
we-
me when I'm trying to work. I hate it, Dad.
All
I
right.
mean, why can't I keep the TV in my room? It makes it work better. You see, Larry and Josh are 2 bothersome pests, especially Josh. He's a brat. You see, we need to get rid of Josh. You know, I wish he was never born to this world because he's a little brat.
Okay, now,
Okay?
all right, that's enough, Andy. Now, Josh, what are you going to perform for us?
Nothing, because he's a brat.
What's the title of your presentation?
the Bosches.
Starring Larry Rosenbaum.
What is the title of your presentation, Josh?
Andy,
24
get out of here.
prepositions.
All right, the title of Josh's presentation is
Thank you.
an exercise that he had to prepare for his English class, and it's entitled 44 Prepositions. Okay, Josh, let's take it away. Let him do it. Come on.
I've got a bow, a Christ after, against the line, I'll run that. Before, behind, belong, beneath, beside.
Too bad he can't.
Beside. Into which.
Daddy forgot it was.
You
No,
forgot it?
no. Can I just talk about something?
Is that as much as you remember?
Yeah, I can't remember
In other
the
words,
next
of the
part.
44 prepositions,
Drink
you remember about 6, huh?
Up here on, off on, over, passing through, to toe and under, until up upon, with, and without regard, with, and without regarding.
What do you think the purpose of that was, Florence? I mean, Josh.
To be a Bosch. I'd just like to say that I'd like to thank all the people who've been around here. Getting my 3000 tape was really great. My former manager, Johnny Pesky. And to be serious, it's nice to be here on Thanksgiving. And I wouldn't be anywhere else except in my room watching the football game. Dallas is presently leading Houston 14-10. I'd just like to say that it's really great to be here. Thanksgiving we all pigged out. I'm still sort of hungry, but that won't stop me from not eating because I'm not going to eat until I'm not going to eat until.
Okay, I think we can
Hey,
stop.
what on me?
I think we can stop now because there's no other talent to be displayed before the camera.
About a
What
phone,
for?
across the third, it's the one I know, I got around at 349.
First, Larry Rosemont signing off. We are now going to interview the Invisible Man. What would you like to say, sir?
Well, I just like to say that I'm very happy to be here.
Oh,
Thank you, Invisible
stop
Man.
this body.
Wait a minute, the 2 of you have to leave while Mom sets, or the 3 of you have to leave.
It's on,
While Mom sets this up. We're going to call it A, B, and C.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
It's on.
Okay, we're ready to start the final part of this taping session, and this is going to be the highlight of the session, which is a taste test, starring the 3 Rosenbaum boys who believe that they can tell the difference between the 3 brands of cola. That is C&C, Pepsi-Cola,
Pepsi.
or the real thing, Coca-Cola. Mama's going to give them lettered glasses of these different colas, and they are going. All right? We're ready for the taste test. Each one of the boys is going to be given a slip of paper, and it's going to have on that slip of paper A, B, and C, which will indicate which of these.
But those are 1, 2, and 3.
Right, so we have to convert this to 1, 2, and 3. So A is 1, B is 2, and C is 3.
They're all the same, Dad? 1, 2, and 3 are the same?
Yes. No, 1, 2, and 3 represent Pepsi, C&C, and Coke, but not necessarily in that order.
Pepsi,
It's-
C&C, and Coke?
Yeah, it's up to you to figure out which one is which.
1 and 1.
I will give you each a scorecard in which you can write down your choice in secret. Okay?
1 and 1.
Now wait a minute. Now what?
All right, every
now,
one of our
show-
words. I'll do it
Larry
first.
will show the glasses which have the labels, and Andy's going to be the first taste tester, and he's not to tell
Pencil,
us
please.
what his choices are, because that might influence others. He's going to write them
Why
down
don't we
in
all
secret.
do it at once? And you
No.
hold the camera.
No.
Okay. Andy will start, and then Larry will do it second.
What is this?
Move this over, please.
Larry, here's your scorecard.
What is this?
You write down,
Okay.
on each glass there's a 1, 2, or a 3, and you tell us whether one is
Come on,
C&C,
camera,
Coke,
please.
or Pepsi.
Camera, please.
Okay,
Wait, Dad, we'll do it all at once.
all right, here. Now you can start too, Josh, if you'd like.
Open.
Here, you want a pencil? Wait a minute. Okay.
Hide your paper so you don't have to hold them.
Yeah, hide your papers. This is really it. This is the taste test of the year, boys. Will it be Pepsi? Will it be Coke? Will it be C&C? Now, in addition to that, I want you to write on your scorecard which one you think tasted the best. And then, secondly, which one tasted the worst.
Okay.
Okay?
Mine.
Well, that was fair.
Okay, Andy's handed in a scorecard.
I know I'm right, Mom. I know it.
Maybe you should put ice cubes in them.
No,
I don't think it makes
that
any-
distorts the taste.
Ice cubes?
Yes.
Who will give us the right answers?
I will.
Will it be the fake baseball player Josh? Will it be the Israeli file Larry? Or will it be the English student Andy? Who shall it be? Who shall it be?
Here's a pen. Judge.
Okay, we
Okay.
have all three results.
What are the answers?
Here, take
I'll take it.
There are, okay,
What are the official answers?
the official answers are, we'll have to figure that out.
Oh, come on. What is it?
Okay, the official answers are that CNC is number, or rather Coca-Cola is number C. Coca-Cola is C.
I had that right.
Wait a minute,
Josh.
Coca-Cola is C.
Who had that right? I did.
And,
I had it right.
Lucky guess.
All right, Andy is correct.
What's 2?
Josh is correct.
CNC is B. I got it right, Mom.
And-
I can tell the difference.
It was lucky
Larry said number 3 was Pepsi. Wrong.
I had the best.
Okay, number
Lucky
I got the whole thing. A is
Pepsi
Pepsi.
is A.
I had that right.
Andy got it right.
I had the whole thing.
And Josh got it wrong. And Larry called number, let's see, what number A, he called it
CNC.
CNC, so he's wrong there. And Coca-Cola, or CNC Cola, is number B. And
I got it right.
let's see, Andy got it right. Andy scored 100%.
Lucky guess.
And
Alright, it was no guess, Larry. It was no
and let's see, this last one was number B. Is Josh called that CNC Cola? He's wrong. And Larry called it Coke, and he's wrong. So the final score is Andy 100% right. Josh 2 out of 3 wrong, and Larry all 3 wrong.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, since I won,
I really
I get
didn't
to
take
hold the camera.
Wait.
You forgot D.
Wait, Dad, I think it was lucky that he got it. I think we ought to do it once
D.
more.
Okay, Peter Pan.
Now we're going to have the second heat of this marvelous taste test, and we'll see who can come up with
Can
the
you
right
change these around?
with the right answers. Huh?
Can you change the glasses around?
That's for you to figure out and for me to know. Here comes the big taste test on the part of Andy and Josh. Can they do it?
How can you switch around these? Are these the same?
That's for you
wait
to
a second.
figure out and for me to
How
know.
can you switch these around?
How?
Yeah.
Well, you tell me. You just write down what you think is which. And if you can come up with the right answer on more than one occasion, then we'll know it's not just luck.
And hide your answers.
Hide your answers and tell me which one is best.
Josh, I can see your answers right here.
Oh, God.
Is Josh influencing you?
I'm influencing you all I want.
Is it really?
Peter Pan, Skippy.
And while this is going on, we have a nice lady who is just taking it easy on the bed, recuperating. Huh? I'm not saying anything.
What?
That's for me to know and for you to figure out.
You're so sneaky.
No, I'm not.
Just do it like your brothers are doing.
I did.
Just taste it.
Finished?
Yep.
No more taste test.
Josh, let's see. Are you finishing your taste test? Looks like the taste test is about over because the kids just love the soda. All right, let's have the answer.
Hold on a sec. Okay, here are my answers.
All right, let me have the answers now graded. Let me have my pens back. And let me have my pens back, Josh.
Whoa.
Josh, cut it
Wait,
out.
I don't have any names on here. Wait, whose answer is
You
this?
can tell our writing.
Oh, wait, whose is that? Is that yours, Andy?
Yeah, it's mine.
Mine's the pen.
All right, wait. Andy. And is that one yours, Josh?
Yep.
Josh is the silly
And this
one.
is Larry.
1 is Coke,
Yeah.
3 is Pepsi, and 2 is CNC.
Andy said 1 is what?
CNC, 2 is Coke, and 3 is Pepsi.
1 is Coke, 2 is CNC, and 3 is Pepsi.
Woo!
Andy is wrong.
All 3?
No, Andy got 2 out of 3 wrong.
Wow.
Wait, 2 out of 3 wrong.
Mom.
Okay.
Oh.
I know
Larry called it Pepsi, Coke, and
Look,
CNC.
he's all wrong.
He's got all wrong. And Josh called it, well, God knows what he called it. Coke,
Pepsi,
Pepsi, CNC.
Nope.
So Josh got
2
Coke right,
2 on.
and Pepsi wrong, and CNC wrong.
Which one did he get wrong?
2 out of 3 wrong for
I
Josh.
got CNC and Coke. Fine.
See, there's no difference. You just got lucky last
So
time.
Larry got
No,
all
I
3
didn't get
wrong, and
lucky,
Josh
Larry,
and
I
Andy
know.
got 2 out of 3 wrong.
Mom, this happens to be a true fact. I get my if I drink too much soda, it usually lose the effects of my taste buds that really separate the sodas. The tail.
Now that the contest has been completed, let's hear the alibis. Let us hear Andy.
I want to hold
tell us
this.
his alibis.
I want to hold it.
No. Let's hear Andy tell us his alibis for not getting another perfect score, which probably was due to luck the first time.
Dad, you think everything is due to luck. I didn't have anything due to luck.
That's the way to
You don't believe me in anything.
This is recorded.
This is all being recorded for
Good.
posterity.
Well, you just don't believe me in anything. You think it was all luck, don't you?
Luck.
Well, I think it was probably somewhat fortuitous, yes.
No, I don't think so, Dad. I think you're wrong. I think Larry's a...
If that's true, Andy, how come you got 2 out of 3 wrong the second time?
Larry, Dad, if you get 1 wrong, you're supposed to get another 1 wrong.
Okay. Well, you mixed up, what'd you mix up 2 of them?
CNC
CNC and Coke.
and Coke.
Dad, listen.
How could you mix them
Well,
up?
the real thing, CNC. I mean, let's face it, Andy. That's a big
Dad.
boo-boo.
Dad, my taste buds aren't as sensitive after I got my first drink.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but we find it hard to believe.
I think
Well-
That means that after you have 1 drink of
Well,
soda, that's the end.
ladies-
Ask me.
Ladies and
So what
gentlemen.
difference?
Ask me.
Listen, can I say something?
Ask me, Larry.
I would like to say something as the shopper of the family. Can you get me?
Yes.
Now, I've been observing all this.
Sleeping on the ceiling.
Where's that hand? How come I'm upside down?
Oh, I don't know. Just luck, I guess.
Well, anyway, I do the shopping, and if I can buy CNC Cola for 49 cents and Coke for $1.39,
Why
90 cents difference.
Why should she pay more?
Right. So I'll tell you right now,
Go to
this
Mary's.
test I find most gratifying. It really has been an exceptional example. Tomorrow we will try Skippy's, Planters, and ShopRite peanut butter.
I'd like to say,
All right, next we'll hear from Josh as to why he flunked the test 2 out of 2 times.
I think it was really bad.
I had some trouble too. It's really very hard to find out which is which. They're almost all alike, and
Honest answer.
And
this is terrible.
Okay, Larry, how about you?
Well, I would just like to say that it was not my fault, and that it was all the work of the communist conspirators. And I would just like to say that if I ever get my hands on those dirty red pinkos,
Don't do that.
that I will
Get off the chair.
wring their necks. Kill! Ah!
Larry's not very
And with this, the
Larry
taste
is a weak
test
link.
is concluded on this Thanksgiving Day
Larry is a weak link.
consumer taste test.
Larry's weak.
Huh?
Can we watch the tape now?
Is it off, Larry?
No, I don't feel like watching.
Yeah, put it back
Turn it
on.
off?